unhappy, uneasy, dissatisfied. There is a great disturbance, causing affliction, to this frail and broken mind.
What's going on? Happy Friday to y'all. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It is Friday, which means it is Fan Art Friday. It's time to do some fan art, and we're working on The Last Ronin. Amazing, epic, cool piece. The first and the last, I call it. But before we get to that, lots of other stuff to get to, but here it is, guys. This is what we're working on. Gonna finish this up today. Hopefully, that is the plan. Just have this building over here, and then the bottom, really, this piece here. We won't talk about the jacked up perspective I did here. We won't talk about that. But here you go. This is it. We got the first. We got the homage to Turtles #1 from Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, and then The Last Ronin on the bottom. So it's awesome. Well, at least I think it is. This is coming out. It's coming out. Pretty cool. But first, before we get to the drawing board, I've been working on a lot of stuff. Monday marks my debut on Whatnot. I'm going to be on Whatnot, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern. Going to be on there. Going to be selling all kinds of stuff. I've got sketch covers. Here is the first ever Power Rangers art I've done. This is a sketch cover that I've been knocking out slowly. Took a while. Lots of stuff going on. But I've got other sketch covers that I will have for sale. Here's a Star Wars Darth Vader, Kylo Ren. Here's a Captain America. So all kinds of stuff like this. I'm going to be doing remarks on prints. Here's an older sketch cover I did. This is just an example of a Wolverine, which I love. I love Wolverine. I could draw him all day long. But check it out. So this is a colored version of the Power Rangers that I did. So just finished this yesterday. So this will be a print. So this is going to be an example of a print that I might have for sale and Whatnot. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm going to be doing remarks on these guys. Yeah, so I've got all kinds of different prints. Let's see here. Let me go over to, so here's my Whatnot. This is my main image. So I've been working on this, like, you know, showing off some things I've done, but you'll see like the X-Men pick in the back up top. I do remarks on that and all kinds of cool stuff. We got my Thundercats. Ho! So all kinds of different stuff like that. So that's what I'll be selling on Whatnot. This will be Monday, this coming Monday. It'll be my first time on there. 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Yes, let's check the comments. Who's here? Duck Bacon. Hail! How's it going, bro? That looks awesome. Thank you, man. And yes, also, well, I'll show you that, but hold on. I gotta do this right. Battle Mode Omega. I've been talking about it. Let's see if it's even. This will work. Will this work? It's a screenshot, but which one is it? Nope, that ain't it. Dun dun dun. I take a lot of screenshots. Is it this one? There it is. All right. So let's share this. Boom! Battle Mode Omega. Here's the promo piece that I finished, got colored. I did my crack at it, then gave it over to Carbon Graphics, who just, you know, dials it in, takes it up 5-10 notches, and it looks fantastic. So this is the kids project I've been working on, kind of, you know, it's been racking around in my brain. I've got my friend Ben Avery, who is an amazing writer. He's going to be helping me with it, and we're gonna go with it. We're gonna pitch it around and see what happens. Let's zoom in a little bit, shall we? Boom. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's a pretty cool idea. It's just a collection of all things awesome. You know, growing up in the 80s, we got all the fun stuff to pull from. And I know it looks like Power Rangers. I was never really into Power Rangers myself, but just the way, you know, the team thing worked out. We just went with that, but they're kind of more like, you know, robotic and kind of more mechy, but we went with the colors just so kind of set them apart. So, but anyway, but the story and all things like that, they've got some really cool powers and things they could do. So I'm excited about it. So that is Battle Mode Omega. You can sign up for it for the launch on Indiegogo. I have the pre-campaign, like the sign-up page, basically. Put in your email. You'll get notified when it goes live. But that'll just give me an idea of how many people are interested. So if it's something you might like, or a friend who has kids, send them the link. Maybe they'll like it. Sign up. So there you go. So that is in the description. Love for you guys to sign up. Let me know what you think. And if you're interested, that's all. That's all. Let's do it. All right. So that is that. I think I hit all that stuff. Shadow Sentry Origins. The colors are done on the Hopscotch story. The letters are now done on the Hopscotch story. And I'm still cranking away on the Commander Noble story. I've got 10 pages left to ink. And then we'll get going with that. So things are happening. I ordered the Ashgans. Ashgans are in. So if you've backed, you probably got an update on that. So yeah, things are happening. Things are moving. It's fun. All right, let's go over to the drawing table. My goal is to finish this piece today. Let's see if we can do it. We'll see. Here we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's go over to the drawing table. Shabam, shaboozy. Okay. All right. And hello to you folks over on the Instagrams. How's it going? Streaming to that over there today. So this is this, but first check out. So this is the original for the Battle Mode Omega piece. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm thinking of going a little bit, kind of going a little more minimalistic with the artwork on the interiors. A little more simple, but the Guardians actually have like, lots of lines I can play with, but not going to go crazy on the cross hatching. Maybe just heavy blacks and stuff. We'll see. But I want to keep it simple. It's for the kids, so keep it simple. Here is the Hopscotch Alita artwork that I finished. So I just got to color this up. But yeah, Hopscotch as Alita, because why not? She's awesome. So this is my character, Hopscotch. She's dressing up for Halloween. These are the trading cards available on the campaign. Link in the description. So if you want to get that, it's a 10-card set. That'll be one of them. There's Marilyn Monroe. There's Maleficent. There's Matt Cosson. There's Gabrielle Geske. And then also Figaro, Anthony Figaro as well on some different artwork. So there you go. A little different offering. Something fun, for Halloween. Let's move this. Let's get this closer. All right. So I think we are ready. All right. So this part of the building down yonder. So I think this is going to be. Dun, dun, dun. So we got to draw some more bricks. Very minimal, but just kind of lines, hints at the bricks. And let's see this one. So my daughter had her 12th birthday not too long ago, and we're taking her to a concert tonight. So we're excited about that. Toby Mac, if you all know him, like his stuff. So we're going to do that. Take her to her first concert. That'll be fun. And I was pretty blessed. She wanted to go with me and her mom and not like take a friend. We gave her the option and she wanted to go with me and her mom. So, that makes me feel good. So we're doing that tonight, y'all. Concerts are fun. They are fun. The last concert I went to was Switchfoot, and Collective Soul was there. Y'all remember them back in the day? That was a fun concert. Switchfoot, the guy was like going through the crowd and, just like, oh, and then he let these kids come up on stage who just had a poster. They're like, can we play this song? And they literally let him come on stage, gave them their instruments and let them play this song. How cool is that? So that's pretty rad. And they did a really good job too. They weren't that bad. Come to find out, we looked them up and they're like, you know, they're like on Instagram and they've got tons of followers and they're pretty good. So yeah. See, kids gotta have something for the kids, right? That's why we're doing Battle Mode Omega. Gotta give them some fun stuff to inspire them. Like, you can create awesome stuff too. They will be the next generation of creators, creating the movies, the cartoons. They're going to be the ones with the ideas next, man. So. Let's see. Let's crank this over here. What's it looking like outside? It's rainy here in Southern California. It's weird. It rains, the sun comes out. It rains, sun comes out. It's like, make up your mind. What are you doing? All right, I think that looks better. We got like a tornado warning the other day. It's like, what? Tornado? Southern California? Really? Of course, it didn't amount to anything, of course, but that was just weird. But it happens. It happens. Down. Carry some of these lines over. All right. So I started a little earlier today because I'm like, you know what, this might go longer than usual, and I really want to finish this. So give myself a little extra time. Get it done. All right. So just so you know my thought process, I do still need to touch the top of his hood, right? So if the light is coming from below him, it should be casting a shadow in some portions up here, right? Because it's like the top. I got these shadows up here, kind of on the top of everything. Top. So, top of his head. So as I'm looking at the screen here, you see all these kind of cross-hatching lines. So if I'm going to do something, it should be a different, it can't be similar to this, right? You don't want that. It's going to kind of conflict, right? So I got to do something different, but I'm thinking this half would be black, maybe a little bit of cross-hatching here. So that's what's going through my head as I'm looking at this. So I got to figure that out. And yeah. So I know I need to do that. I just haven't got it straight in my brain yet. Of course, I could take a pencil and just rough it out and see what I think. I could do that. Why don't I? Eric, why don't you? Make life easy on yourself, bro. Just kind of, this is an H. This is like super light. I want to, where's my 3? 3B. There we go. Now I can see it. So a little crease down the middle, right? And then, of course, I need to make sure my mind says this is black. So I really need to, like, I don't know why, but I just need to see it. If it's in a black pen, it's like my mind just registers it and I can just like do it on the fly. But when I pencil it, it's like, it doesn't help. I'll be honest. It doesn't help me. It's weird. It's weird. Maybe I need to use a darker pencil. I don't know. I don't know what my deal is. But anyway, not loving that. So we're just going to move on. To be announced. What we're going to do there, I don't know. But this area I do want dark. We're going to, let's just go for it because that's how I roll. That's how my mind works really well sometimes. We're going to throw down a shadow on the window. shadow there. Let's go like that. I might still do stuff on the windows. I could save it for colors too. Honestly, that might be smart. I might do that. I might leave that for the color stage. All right, so we're gonna leave a highlight, little glow around his arm. Not gonna go all the way in there. And that'll match over here. This arm's got the glow around it. Because I feel like this would be in black. It's back in space. Okay, and then this will be feathered down. Probably more like this rather than like this, because this is the smoke area. There's no smoke over here, but we're just going to feather it down. All right, so let's see here. Still keeping that kind of bricky pattern going though. It's just jagged, it's rough, little details popping through. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to do the same over here. If I mess it up, I'll just use some white out and kind of clean that up a bit if I need to do that. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so this leg needs to be thinner. So I'm just going to do that. Now, let's see. Alrighty. I don't love that. It looks too much like shark teeth, but I'm trying to like feather it down a little bit. All right. We're going to have to live with that. Okay. So now I'm going to take my brush and draw some lines. And so I'm going to go far apart and then bring them closer together as I go up. Get a little thicker pressure as well. And I should probably make sure this is a good brush. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a brick wall. As long as it's consistent, it looks cool. All right. And let's see here. Want it to be a little darker, so we're going to go the other direction. So we're going to go, let's see, across. Something like that. And then same thing over here. Something like that. This, I think we're gonna have to. This needs to be a solid color, so we're just gonna go black. We're gonna go black. Either white or black, but I think because this is black, I think black would work. So we're just gonna go black. And we're gonna leave some little areas of detail sticking out. Okay, so there's that. There you go, there you go. Check that out. Okay. Ain't gotta be perfect. I like that choppiness in there. I like it. Just make sure it's consistent. Right. I can fix that. Put a little something there. Okay, let's see here. Now for this bad boy. So the light's going to be shining on this area, so it's going to be more detailed. Plus, it's pretty close. So I'm going to draw some bricks. Shadow on the top because they're sticking out a little bit. Could do some more lines, make it more of a fancy edge, kind of like this. Could do that. I want to give it another, just so it's not like one piece. I'm going to make it look cooler. Oh yeah, let's do, add some scratches. All right, let's use this. Now we'll draw some bricks. All right, so top of the brick is going to be thicker. And then top of the brick. Let's check the chat. I see some more folks in here. Jim Cox in the house. Mitographia. What? What's going on? Hello, hello. Kenneth Rockefort is in the house. That's amazing. What's up, man? Finish him. Nice. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Jim Cox in the house. Hello, Jim. How you doing, man? Eric, Doug, Kenneth. All right, all right. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining. Just trying to finish this piece up. So let's go up to the top. Give you all the top-down view. So, yes, lots of lines. Had to draw on this one. Trying to finish it up today. So, working on the finer details. Hello, hello. I am good. And you? Yeah, doing all right. I did kind of getting over a little something I had last week. A little cold or something. I don't know. But other than that, I'm good. I'm looking forward to Groken number 3. I'm all signed up for the email list and love that series, man. It's awesome. And I'm super glad you're pumping it out consistently. Definitely. So stoked for that, man. All right. Now I'm going to eyeball this and just, do some eyeballing on the perspective here. It ain't going to be perfect, but that's okay. Okay, let's see here. Do the bottom of the bricks. Nice little skip to Maloo. Add some little details, such. Add some details in the grout, because the grout's kind of bumpy. It's cement, right? So it should be bumpy. It's like a mortar. And then you just add little details here and there and everywhere on the bricks. You could do rendering in colors too, but that's something I need to master. I could definitely do more rendering in the colors, but I like to do it with the pen. I do. Throw down those little details and such. But speaking of details in the colors, Kenneth, your colors are fantastic. Amazing. And like you do a lot of rendering in the colors, which I like that. I like it a lot. Yeah, that's what I like about Groken too, because it's like you could just spend a lot of time just looking at all the fine details that are put in there. So detailed. A little bit. All right. Let's do some. So this, I'm kind of gonna. So I'm like kind of shading it down, and I'm gonna shade it up. Kind of do the opposite down here. Skip it around a bit. And then this is really close to this window, so I don't know how close I can get here, but Keep that line going. Get a little darker in here. Dark to light, dark to light. All right. So, let's see here. A little more detail here. Maybe a little more detail up in the front. I'm going to break out my number 1 micron, and then I mean, I can go crazy with the detail here, but I'm trying to I'm not going to go too crazy. Do some of these numbers here, the cracks and such. These are fun. I like these lines. Random stuff. All right. Fun lines, fun lines. All right. Let's see. Let's do some more bricks. Then I just got to do the hood here, and then we'll go around and see if we need to touch up anything else. But we're getting there. And look, it's only been 30 minutes, and wow, I thought this was going to take more than an hour. We'll see. But we're nearing the finish line, guys. This is fun. Nice. Keep the pen moving, man. That's the key. Just keep it moving. Keep the pencil moving. Keep the pen moving. Whatever you're doing, just keep it going. That's the key to finishing. Slow and steady wins the race, y'all. We watched it again. We watched the new Witches movie. I don't know if you guys remember the old Witches movie. I don't remember the lady's name, but she was just perfect for that role. The new Witches, they had Anne Hathaway as the Grand High Witch, but she turns the kids to mice and all that good stuff. The new one is good. It's just, you can't beat the classic. I mean, that was so good. Grew up watching that all the time, man. That always came on, and I always watched it. Kind of freaky, but it was like one of those movies that wasn't so freaky. But my kids liked it. My 3-year-old liked it. She's a trooper, man. That girl, I got her watching Labyrinth already, so she's primed and ready. She could take all that stuff. But yeah, she wasn't too freaked out. The new movie, they kind of went a little crazier with the, it's more CGI, but they made their mouths like demonic looking, which is kind of freaky, which I'm surprised my 3-year-old was all right with that. And she took it like a champ, man. She watched it. She wasn't scared. She said, bring it on, man. I got death. Okay. I'm going to take a pause, check the chat, and we'll take a look and see what needs what here. Oh, yeah, I want to do some details in the bricks here, too. All right. Let's see what's going on. Jolly Green in the house. What's going on, man? Edwin. What's up, Edwin? Hello, peeps. Oh, look who's in the house. Thank you, Angelica Houston. My wife coming through. Yes, she was perfect. The thinner line do you use is the 01? Yes. That is the 01. I kind of use them all. I do the 005. I use the 02. This 02, it's kind of newer and it's got a really fine line. I feel like I'm going to break it when I use it. So I kind of just save that for like the really fine lines. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Sometimes when they're new, like you break out a 2 and it almost acts like a 005 or a 01. So I just play with them, see whatever works for what I need. But yeah, I like the multi-liners, or the microns. I do. That's what I use. Looks amazing. Great job. Thank you, my love. Hi, Sarah, says Duck Bacon. All right. What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining. So, man, it has been a wild ride. I mean, gosh, I don't know how many weeks I've been at this, but I've been just trying to stream this on Fridays, and so we're finally heading to the close. Okay. All right, so let me add a little bit more detail on the bricks down below. I'm going to go with a 3 on that. Just a little bit, just to peek through so you know it's still a brick wall. I'll go with my vertical lines first. Hey, baby. My biggest fan?
Yes.
All right. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here comes the rain. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but here it comes. All right. And let's go with some white out. Really make those bricks pop out just a little bit more. I do like the corners and the edges. This is a 10. This might be too big. Let's go with the 5. These are the Jelly Roll pens. I have a 5, an 8, and a 10. My 8 doesn't work great. 5 is still alive, and it's very thin, but it does the job. So I'm just going to pick out a few lines. Just kind of popping through. So after this, I am going to scan it in. I'm going to color it. As long as my computer does all right with the streaming and the coloring, because sometimes Photoshop, eats up a lot of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But that's my goal. I want this piece start to finish. We're going to take it all the way. And, it'd be really cool. I didn't even think about this, but what if it was raining and I did like all the splatter all over them? Oh, that'd be sweet. That would be sick. That would be really cool. All right, I'll have to think about that one. I might have to do that in colors though, because it's just coming to me right now. But all right, let's go add some more details up here. Just kind of the bow staff, so it's wooden. Make it look used and abused. It's abusing the Foot Clan with it. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's give it the once over. Let's see. I still need to do this. So I'm just going to do it, and I'm not even going to think about doing it. I'm just going to do it and let my mind take over, because I know I'm going to... Either way, I'm probably not going to love what I do, so I'm just going to go for it. But I'm going to leave... I'll leave a little white sliver up there and see what happens there. All right. It's gonna... Where's my new one? All right, there we go. And let's go this. something like that. Gotta let that sit, see how I feel about it. So that's the one side, and then over here, just gonna kind of be not quite as crazy, but let's do a little darker here. Just a little something. Take that down to the brim. All right. What do you think? Does that work? It's funny, when I look at it here, I get a different vibe than when I look over on the computer screen, because then I see this little piece of white right here, and I'm like, is that all right? But this, you know, I can like kind of fade that out in the background. That'll just kind of disappear really in the background in colors. So I don't have to really worry about that too much. But yeah. I don't know if I need the highlight. Do I need the highlight around there? I don't know if I need that or not. But it looks cool. It looks cool. I dig it. All right. I'm going to let that sit and see if I like it or not. It takes time. Just got to see if it works. All right. Boost that. And I'm going to add some lines over here. Yeah, so during this point, I just basically look it over, see what needs, you know, thicker lines. Just adding all kinds of stuff. I can pull out some bricks over here. Just a little bit. So wherever that, basically, since the light is coming from below, you know, the light is hitting the corners of the bricks here, so it just kind of makes them pop a little bit. Do that over here. Lines, blah blah blah. Okay, let's give it the once over. Let's check the chat. What do you guys see? Did I miss anything? What can I do better? Help me out. Repairman Jack, what is going on, bro? That's as good as the best of CG, I say. Thank you, man. That is high praise. Repairman Jack, always rocking it with the awesome avatars. I say this every time, but dude, that is a sick Punisher. I don't know who drew that, but that's awesome. Hail, Repairman Jack. Hail, Duck. Nice rendering. Sweet. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Thanks, man. Nighthawk Warrior in the house. I hope everyone has a nice weekend today. Eric and everyone here, and have a nice day. This drawing is nice, Eric, but I thought you were finished already. Anyway, be glad you're safe from the storm, Facebook. From the storm on Facebook. There's a wild storm on the Facebook, man. Yeah. There's one here in my neighborhood too. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate the well wishes. I always get, if anybody's like, you know, East Coast or somewhere and they hear about what's going on in California, they're like, oh my gosh. Luckily, we're like not in a super bad area. We do get flooding, but thankfully it has not affected our house. We have friends who it has, and like, she's like staying in a hotel. And she's craziness. She's up on a hill and her house flooded because like they haven't cleared like the storm drains in so long. And she even has like this big, I don't know what you call it. It's like the big round kind of drain. I'm sure it's some different name, but that was not cleared in forever. And so her whole house got flooded because of that. And then when the sheriffs came up, they cleared it and then all the water went away. So it was just, you know, it's hard when you don't have rain for so long. Like for California, when you do get rain, it's like, you know, it's a catastrophe. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, I'm all good. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for asking. Thank you for your knowledge. You got it, man. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So let me think here. So let's go back to the beginning. See if I can find. I know I saved it on my phone. So this is. Let's see, is it a screenshot? I'll show you guys TMNT #1. So here is. Now this looks like a different one. So here's the original. This is the cover to TMNT #1. So we got Leo, got Donnie, Raph, and then Mikey's in the background. So basically that's what I did here. Just kind of, I left Mikey out because he was on the far end there. But basically that was my inspiration on that for those guys up top. And then we snuck Mikey down below. I'm just taking a look at these bricks and stuff, getting some inspiration. The background, obviously, kind of like silhouette, which I did. And then I kind of went with the smoky effect. So I could probably spend a lot more time working on the smoky effect. It kind of looks like big spots, which I don't love. I'd rather it be more, just kind of like natural. But that will take time. So if you've got time and you want to hang out, let's do some more of that. 48 minutes in. Yeah, let's do it. So when I first did this, all my blacks, I drew big circles with my blacks because I was thinking I was going to do heavy blacks and kind of fade it down like the original cover. And then I was like, you know what? I could do cool smoke effect. So that's why I did that. But now I got to contend with all this chunky black circles that I made. So I think, if I remember correctly, I think we did a 1. And so I'm just going to keep drawing over this. And the more I go, hopefully it'll just fade in to everything. So get rid of those big black chunky lines. And we just keep turning the page. Keep fading it in. And then, yeah. My daughter's singing in the background, writing some background music. All right. Yeah. So this is, you know what? I'm gonna try my 2. The one's getting a little chunky. So the longer you use the microns, I noticed they do get a little fatter because just from the pressure, So it should be thin, but the more you use it, oh, that was a thick line. Let's do a little test first, shall we? It was a really fat line. He was holding that for me. Just like, hey, look what I got. Yeah, see, the 2 is no longer thin like it was. So that's good to know. All right. Just when you think you got it figured out. No. All right, so what are we doing here? We're going to go, let's go in. Going in, folks. And these are my Stuart Immonen, Olivier Coipel inspired lines, the smoky, kind of cloudy effect. Travis Charest kind of stuff, Still trying to master these, but these are fun. These are cool, man. Kind of get that nice smoky effect going. And kind of just build up your blacks and grays. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's very random, so it kind of has a cool natural look to it when you're doing smoke. Get a lot of kind of gray tones and stuff. course, if this was the 90s, you know, you just kind of do the big lines like this and just kind of like fade them into the black. But it's no longer the 90s, and it, you know, it's hard for me to kind of break away from that because I love the 90s so much. But you know, trying to go a little different here. But yeah, you look at the 90s stuff and like those big hatching lines are everywhere in the background and even on the characters themselves. You guys want to see a cool image that I found on Instagram? Somebody shared this. Hat tip to whoever shared this. I forget his name, but check this out. This is an old Cybernary picture. I think it was like the first concept drawing back in the day from Jim Lee, Wills Portaccio, and Scott Williams. You guys remember Cybernary? Cybernary was in the back after Deathblow, because those Deathblow issues were really, really kind of small. And they filled the back with Cybernary. So let's see. Check this out. So this is Jim Lee on layouts, Wills Portaccio finishes, and then Scott Williams inks. But, you know, you see like all the kind of hatching lines on the bottom here. Let's see if we can focus it. So like on the bottom of her legs, just the big hatching lines. In the background, big hatching lines. You know, over here, big hatching lines. So that's the 90s right there, baby. You know, dark to light. So like hatching lines under the biceps, under the pecs there. Look at that. That's 90s right there, baby. So that's Homage Studios. Jim Lee, Wills Portaccio, Scott Williams. You guys were awesome. So that's like the first Cybernary concept art right there. Somebody shared that on Instagram. That was pretty cool. Now, if you look at Cybernary today, it kind of changed a lot. I think the guy's name was Nick Matabat, who worked on the actual artwork for the book. He passed away, unfortunately. Yeah, so but there you go. That's kind of cool. I love that old stuff, man. So I'm not going with the big cross hatching. I'm going with the small hatching, and lots of it. Lots and lots and lots of it. Can you overdo it? Yes, you can. But I'm gonna try not to. I'll show you the. Hold on. So this is the sketch cover I did for the Power Rangers, but kind of doing the same effect in the background, but just kind of not quite as much. Not going so dark, kind of thicker too, but kind of cool smoky effect. But there you go. And I could do this in Photoshop too. That would take a lot less time. I could, but got to do it old school, man. Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, old school. Pen on the paper. Yeah, I was looking at the last time we were looking at Travis Schrey and the books that Mike Millar's doing, and looking at Olivier Coipel, and he used to do this a lot, but it looks like it's all digital now because it's more smoky. It's more like gray tones, like in the, you know, it's not traditional anymore. So yeah, I'm not there yet, man. I can't do it yet. I gotta stay traditional. I can't go digital. Not yet. Maybe someday. Maybe. We'll see. But not yet. So hopefully one day when everybody's digital, us traditional guys will be more in, you know, like, oh, I wanted some traditional stuff, man. All right, go see Eric. He's traditional. Be less of a supply of us traditional guys, and there'll be more demand because we'll be like, you know, few and far between. And then too, the bummer with digital, it's like those guys aren't going to have any originals to sell. You know, I like to do it at the conventions and stuff and buy up some Norm Rapman original inked pages and stuff. But if it's all digital, man, what you going to buy? What you going to buy? Which I think would make the traditional stuff go up in value for that old school stuff, man. So it's good for us traditional guys, I guess, if that's how it works. We shall see, won't we? All right, I'm going to bust out my 005, my thinnest, which he took a nosedive down on the floor. Where'd he go? There you are. So I'm going to do just a little bit here. I'm going to go close my door because, gosh, my kids are loud. Be right back. There we go. Oh, man. Let's see. Culvert. That might be it. That might be it. Thank you, Jim Cox. Mike Zeck. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the Punisher. Mike Zeck. Yes. Had number 1 lost in a fire. Oh, dude. That is sad. Yeah. We had a basement flooding on a hill once because new houses were built uphill from us. Yeah. More roofs to catch rain and concentrate into one stream rather than the field soaking it up. Yeah. Before I moved into this house, that happened to my neighbor. He's like basically right downhill from all these houses they built up on a hill and, you know, like newer homes, and all the mud came down with the rain. So it was like the street was covered in mud. The mud went all up in his, like in his yard. And, yeah. So I know what you're talking about, man. Since they put like a storm drain that ran right under his property and like out the back into another field, and they built a big culvert, and they're building new homes back there now, and you know they got to deal with all the runoff. But oh man, it's really sad. There's one guy who lives the street over from us. We're actually, when we're looking to buy, we looked at that house and we're like, eh. And our realtor, he pointed out, he's like, if you look, it looks like all the drywall, you know, like maybe 4 feet and below has been replaced recently. He's like, I wouldn't be surprised if they had flooding. And yeah, it was a nice home. It was like someone bought it, remodeled it. The kitchen was beautiful. Had a nice like granny breakfast nook, walk-in pantry. It was really nice. But we were just like, all right, we're not going to do it. And we found this house and it's like right around the corner. But that house, man, just recently after we had all the rains, it's set like maybe 8-10 feet down. The driveway goes way far down. It's below every other property next to it. And so that sucker flooded like crazy. So yeah, nice water tower. Thanks, man. Put that water tower back there. Well, yep. Only had the clothes on my back left. Yeah, man. I can't even imagine losing all your stuff, all your comics. Can't even go there, man. Very image. Super cool. I like this best in black and white. Sweet. Or originals to hoard off in a vault. Am I right? Might agree. The retirement plan vault, right? I'm not just saying I like this. I could look at this drawing all day. Thanks, man. Cool, cool, cool. It's TMNT, man. I mean, the classics. The classics. Oh, speaking of classics, go sign up for this bad boy, Battle Mode Omega, based on all the classics we grew up with, all the 80s cartoons, baby. This is my kids comic idea that I'm throwing around. So go sign up for the sign up list if you're interested or know somebody who might be who has kids and want to check out a cool kid-friendly comic. It's called Battle Mode Omega. So there you go. Sign up list or sign up link is in the description if you want to check that out. Appreciate it. So, yeah. All right. So, all right, real quick. So this is Donatello's back shoulder. Can't really tell. So let me just kind of add some musculature to that there. Yeah, I might, sometimes I'll do artwork and, for prints and stuff that I do sell at cons, I'll print out black and whites. And I think this one would look really cool in black and white. So this one might have to be a black and white print too. I like the black and white prints. I've got a bunch of, what's his name? Matt Banning. I got a lot of his black and white prints. I could look at those all day, man. Ink Silvestri. Oh, love it. So yeah, I like to have color and then sometimes black and whites. So, but this one I'm going to color, and we're going to stream that next time I'm with y'all, because this is pretty much done. Yeah. So I'm just going to nitpick and kind of build up some line weights, just fix any little things that need fixing. Yeah, but we're pretty much there. It's kind of like, you can just go around and details all over the place, just here, there, everywhere. Kind of just adds that, rickety. It's worn, it's torn. Hey, I'm a brick. Look at me. I'm a brick. I look bricky. Cracks in the walls. Oh, speaking of cracks, let's do some of these cracks. Add some of these bad boys. These are good. These are good fillers. I love these kind of lines. I think Mythografia, he does a lot of these lines. These are awesome lines. These are just fun. These are great for like shoes, sneakers that have been in the mud, just kind of like dirty kind of lines. It's fun. Who are some of your inspirations, Kenneth? Who did you grow up kind of like looking at? I'm curious because you have a unique style. I'm curious who you kind of looked up to for art back in the day, or even now. I love looking at your little sketches and doodles. Like, they're crazy cool, man. You did an awesome Venom. I don't know. It's probably like a few years ago now, but I remember seeing it. I stumbled upon it on Instagram. I think that's when I first found you on Instagram, and it was like this awesome Venom, and you colored it, and it was just like, just popped off the page. It was awesome. Yeah. All right. So let's get rid of these lines over here. These go bye-bye. Okay. I could do some shading here. Let's see. Or something. Just touch it. Just I've been here. Touch it just a little bit. All right. So, kind of fade these out a little bit. There you go. Let's go a little bit darker here. A little bit. There we go. And was your first published? Well, I think I found you, Kenneth, on when you're working for Top Cal doing stuff with them. Is that where you first started? I'm curious. Everything that was in front of me, I soaked it in. That's the way to go, man. Soaking in everything that's in front of you. Good answer. And no particular artist or anything? Just curious. I'm gonna let's make this line a little bit nicer. There we go. All right, guys. I think, I mean, I could probably, sit in front of this all day and keep adding little lines and stuff, but I'm not going to do it. I don't want to muddy it, but there you go. This has been fun. I really dig this. I mean, turtles are like one of those, I could draw turtles all day long too. They're just so much fun. So anyway, this is, I think this is good. Anything else I find I could always mess with in Photoshop, but I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, you know what I do want to do though? Haha, Repairman Jack, you made me remember. So I'm gonna do these lines here, kind of around. There we go. Kind of pop out that water tower a little bit. Maybe some lines up here. Not too much, but there we go. Yeah. All right. So let's see if we can get the full thing in there. Probably not. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. But there you go. Let me see if I can find the rough. Let's see. Where's it at? Where's the rough? There it is. So where we came from and where we're at. So this was the rough 8.5 by 11. Blew it up. Switched out that. And there we are. Boom. So I thought that this baton thing, I thought it was too busy. And I wanted to give him like more traditional TMNT weapons. So there you go. He got the Psy. All right. Cool deal. All right, y'all. Well, that's all she wrote. So next week, I'm going to scan this in. Next week, I'll get it over in Photoshop, and we shall color. I started on Cadre from Nifty Comics. Never received payment for that. Oh man. Yeah, that happens. I've worked on a few projects and never got paid. Oh, I got partial payment, but then it was like, whatever. They never finished paying me. But that's lame, man. Sorry to hear that. Cool deal. Alrighty, y'all. Well, let's change this back. So yeah, at the beginning of the show, I told you about Battle Mode Omega. Please sign up if you're interested. New kids idea. Shipping around. Gonna send it to a publisher as well. See if they are interested. Ben Avery is gonna help me write it. He's an awesome guy. He wrote The Hedge Knight. He wrote Armor Quest, which is a cool kids comic, and a lot of other stuff. I don't even know all the stuff he's written, but I got to find out because I want to, do a cool little thing. There is a Facebook page that I've started, and I want to kind of update that and put like, artwork for whatever, all the process stuff and all that good stuff. So, anywho, thanks, man. Avengers. Repairman Jack, awesome shirt, man. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Shadow Sentry Origins will be closing out the end of March on Reni's channel. So mark your date, 27th, March 27th. And I think I put it in the recent update. I think it's 6:30 Eastern. No, 6:30 Pacific, because she's on the East Coast. Something like that. It's like 9 o'clock, something. But anyway, I'll let y'all know when we get closer. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I dig your avatar. That's cool. Alrighty, y'all. Have a good day, guys. Peace out. Till next time.